Hey, I'm James with B&W Outdoor Reviews, the channel for honest and simple reviews. And I'm out here today because we're doing the part 2 of the Adventure Mate V2 or AM V2. This is the 5-in-1 multi-tool, which is a hatchet, hammer. It's got a little hook on the top. It's got a saw blade that is inside, which we'll show later. And it's also got a shovel attachment, which I'll also demonstrate. So this video again is about just demonstrating what it can do. I put it through a few torture tests just to kind of show you how really capable and well built this tool really is. Because so far I've been thoroughly impressed with it. And if you guys want to see the very first review for a more up close, because I know I'm kind of far away, I'll leave that link in the description down below so you can see a more detailed up close view of the AM V2. So we're out here today. Yeah, I know it's a snowy wonderland and you don't normally find coconuts out in this weather, but for some reason a coconut washed ashore. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that we can get into those things. We'll get that in a minute. So let's go ahead and let's just start with the most obvious tool on this thing, the little hatchet here. Because really for like splitting firewood, you know, things like that, it's got a really good wedge shape to it, so it splits wood really nicely. So I'll try not to cut my hands off in these thick gloves, but I mean, well, geez, yeah, splits real nice. Oh, okay. Woo! I know this isn't proper, guys, don't judge me. But yeah, so it makes firewood, your kindling, with ease. I mean, because it's got a lot of weight to it on the head, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not overkill, but it's got enough to where it really makes splitting firewood pretty dang simple. So it's got a hammer on the backside of it, which for like tent stakes, things like that, you know, it's a great tool for that. And I mean, I'm going to lose it here, but just to kind of show you, it drives a tent stake, no problem. So just to kind of show you, because I know a lot of you kind of questioned, you know, the durability of something like this. Because let's face it, there's a lot of tools on the market that, I mean, are just going to break on you if you put it through really heavy use. So I got myself a brick here, which I've already kind of beat it up with the hammer on this thing, just to kind of show you that even just using it for what you're not supposed to, it really does hold up. So I just kind of wanted to demonstrate that. So the only thing when I do that is this little locking lever kind of comes up, but because of the push style, I don't even know what you'd call that little knob in there, it's not, the tool's not going to fly out. This just is kind of a secondary way of holding the tool sturdy. But again, even after that, still no wiggle, no nothing. It is still solid as a rock. So as you can see, it's got a little hook there on the top. I mean, let's face it, if you don't happen to have an opener with you, I know there's a million methods, but it does crack open a cold one really easy. The only thing I will say that's kind of a negative is certain tent stakes, because I know this is really another use for this tool that they kind of advertise, is it doesn't fit on all styles. Like this style that I got pounded in the ground right now, it's just a little thick to grab it, where a really thin tent stake, I said, it grabs perfectly. So I know there's tons of different styles out there. I have these really heavy duty tent stakes that still just do not, I mean, it can get on there if you wiggle it for a while, but yeah, it's not the best fit. So that's, I guess, a small negative to it. I mean, I wish the hook was just slightly larger, just so it has, you know, more options of tent stakes to grab onto. So yeah, let's go ahead then. Well, hold on, let's not put this off any longer. I know you guys want to see this. So we got a coconut, right? And like, how are you going to get into it? Well, my favorite way, and I know you're going to say this is wasteful, but let's just say I already hypothetically drained the coconut water out of it, and you just want to get in it. So that's awesome. So yeah, it smashes coconuts no problem at all. So this is a great tool to have with you if you happen to, you know, wash up on a desert island. Man, and with gloves on, I will admit, this tool's a little stiff. There we go. So you can see it's got a saw on the inside. I find it pretty dang sharp. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not as good as my Silky saw, but you know, it's a pretty close second in my opinion. So I don't want to take all day on this video, but just to kind of show you. Oh, there we go. Woo. All right. See, it cuts through it. Takes a little effort, but what doesn't? Especially for a nice handy little multi-tool. All right. I know, geez. That's how tightly fit everything is. And again, with gloves on, it's a little more difficult to push that little button in so you can slide it out. There it is. And now, got the shovel attachment. So, I'm gonna put my gloves back on because it's quite literally freezing today. Okay, so yeah, it's a basic shovel. You know, whether you're just oh man, yeah, see the ground's frozen solid. Anyhow, but it shovels. All right. The one thing I really like about it is the updated foot pegs on this tool. It just gives it, you know, if you really do have to dig a hole in the ground, it just helps you get a little more, you know, foot into that shovel. So yeah, well, that's kind of it, guys. Yeah, it works. I really appreciate the video. I know it was kind of a scattered mess here, but just wanted to kind of show you that this tool really is capable. You know, I mean, it works. Let's just put it that way. It simply just works. So yeah, guys, well, let me know what you think about it. I'm really curious, you know, if this is something that, you know, something you'd keep in your truck or camper, whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm keeping this in my truck. So just because to me, it's a really good travel tool to have. So, well, guys, I really appreciate the support. Really appreciate you checking out the video. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I want you to have a great day.